Good afternoon, boss.
Good afternoon.
Yes, it's afternoon.
Yeah.
We're starting our day at 12:28. How are you guys? We can do that because we own our own business. And we're kind of in a mini drought.
Yeah, so we made it to June 19th. Today's June 19th. And in the summer, we're used to getting a little drier anyway, where we push lawns to 8, 9.
We like to stay between 8 and 10 days. Don't go over too many.
Yeah. But you also don't want to put a mower on a stressed lawn, and not everybody can afford to water.
Not around here. I think we only have one, maybe two people we can get to water.
Yeah. So we kind of have to just roll with it and hope that our drought doesn't last too long. There was years where we went 40 something days.
Oh yeah, I think 47 days without mowing any lawns. Mm-hmm. And that was in the last 5 years, I think, right?
Yeah. And then
maybe 6 years.
And then when you're in that severe of a drought, then you can't, there's really no extra jobs that you can do.
You can't prune when it's 100 degrees out, when you haven't had rain in 4, 5, 6 weeks. Yeah, you can't fertilize, you can't spray lawns for weeds when it's that hot and the weeds aren't actively growing. It's kind of it'll kill some of them, but it's kind of wasted unless the client's going to water.
Yeah.
I mean, all the apps that you put down require water, rain, and we haven't gotten but maybe 2 inches in 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
And the problem is it came down in one storm the other day. So the ground's only getting a tenth of that here. So it gets hard. They're calling for rain. It was supposed to be Wednesday. Now they're saying next Friday. So that's still another, 7, 8 days without rain maybe. And we're supposed to be 90s here. We've never been that hot this early.
Yeah, so you just try really hard not to complain when you're real wet.
Yeah.
Not complain when you're real dry, but you have to just roll with it. But it's hard. It's really, really hard.
So we have everybody on an 8, 9 day schedule right now.
Yeah.
Probably pretty much everybody is, except for our big one, because he waters every week. It gets watered, so we have to mow it.
And it grows.
It could be mowed every 5 days, probably.
Yeah, probably. So another tip too is the screwdriver trick. If you can't get a screwdriver in your lawn easily, you should be able to get it 3/4 of a way in easily.
Without pushing hard.
Yeah. And if you can't, then something obviously is going on with your soil, whether it's too compacted
or way too dry. So we're gonna mow. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I think there's 7. I was gonna say there's 7 on the list. So one swoop out, and then
we'll go across the street and mow the neighbor.
Yeah, which is
then you guys can come and see the garden. Now that isn't droughted because that gets hundreds of gallons of water a week. Yeah. I mean, I'm watering by hand, everything. Right now, in my potted garden, where all our peach and pear trees are, I have just the sprinkler going for a couple hours today when we get back, and then I'll move it somewhere else. Yeah. I think every once in a while, you need to, if we haven't had rain in a week, you should have done it beforehand. But if you see there's not going to be rain in a week, I think you should overhead water a lot of your plants at least once in that week. I think rain washes all the dirt, the grime off the plants. And when you go 2 weeks without plants getting any kind of water, then they're going to dry up more, and it's going to harm the plant.
Yeah.
I watched a whole article. I looked up a whole bunch of videos, and overhead watering does not burn the leaves. That is a myth.
Yeah.
It doesn't burn the leaves. They've done experiments on it. You can water your grass in the middle of the day when it's really hot, as long as you have a fungicide down. I wouldn't do it at nighttime, but it sometimes helps cool off the plants in the heat.
Right. So, we actually have one of our clients that is really good with watering. She'll water whenever we tell her. Mm-hmm. And when we hit the drought, high heat, we were in the 90s, we were having her actually water for about 20 minutes about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it still had time to dry before the night.
But it cooled that soil down.
Yeah.
So, especially for us with cool season grasses.
With the fescue. And then there was another thing that I wanted to mention. Oh, if trees and the leaves and stuff didn't like the rain, I want you, the next time it's about to rain in your area, I want you to take notice to what the trees are doing. The trees are moving and their leaves are actually flipping up so that it can get that rainwater. It's nature.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's amazing. And they know that the rain is coming before we do. And the trees kind of go up and their leaves flip so that the veins and everything can get that moisture. So just take notice and let me know if you guys noticed that also.
Okay,
we noticed it years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's amazing.
So we're going to get out and mow this one. I'll show you how dry. Okay, guys, this is like 9 days of growth. We got mole problems here now, you can see.
We do think that she was watering though.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit wet. We do need to put a fungicide on this lawn and the next round of fertilizer. And then we'll get her to water, and then I'll come and hit any of these excess weeds that are in here.
Oh, we used to have like terrible time with buttonwood.
Oh yeah, there's some in here. If you guys don't know, this is this is buttonwood. If you let this, it will take over the lawn if we're wet. But look, a mole hole right here.
We like to promote like mulching back into the lawn.
Yeah, mole.
And this is something that you can't mulch back into the lawn because any little
piece will grow into the ground if it's wet.
It will root. See the roots coming off of there? Any little piece will root and just spread in a new area. So,
but Q4 will take care of that.
Yeah, these are the ones that we hand.
It'll kill this too. All this other stuff.
Oh yeah, look at the globe sedge.
Yeah. Don't want to mulch this back in. Okay, we'll show you after it's done being mowed. Okay, guys. We are done this one. Actually, 2. I went and hand pulled all the buttonwood I could see out. The violets and stuff, they don't spread and damage the lawn. It's the buttonwood. She has watered some, but it's super dry. And there's fungus in this lawn. So what we're gonna do is have her water again probably tomorrow if she can. And I'm gonna come back Saturday, fertilize this lawn, put fungicide down, and then spray the lawn with a Q4. And then after 24 hours, I'll have her heavily water the lawn again, about a ½ inch, the whole thing, so the fungicide and the fertilizer kicks in. And then you should see a big green up in this lawn. She is one that does fertilize, but you can see where the moles are. They're hot spots, all the hot spots. This is where the mailman drives on the road and the grass, so you really can't do much about that. And then we mowed this one over there. Whew, it is hot and dry out. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. Maybe if I can find a tripod, I'll set it up, me mowing it. So I'll also show you guys something. You see there are some weeds in this lawn. Not a ton of weeds, but there are some here and there, like the buttonwood, some of the other stuff. And we've been treating this lawn, and I wouldn't say that we're like outrageously expensive, but we're more on the higher end to treat a lawn. To do 1 amp of fungicide on this lawn, well, I'll say fertilizer, I think we're at $90. And this is probably about 4,000 something square foot. And for me to spray this yard, it'll be about $90. For me to put fungicide, it'll be about 110. And then that's it. But it's worth it to pay, and we only did 1 amp on this one. But if you come in contrast, I know these guys had somebody spray and fertilize. I don't know what they used, what they did, but if you look at it, there was a sign here saying the date it was sprayed and everything. But look at all the weeds in it. We offered them to spray and do all this one year, but they didn't want to.
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Okay, guys, we took a break. We are going back out. I had this watering here for a good couple hours since I haven't been up here watering it, and I noticed the hostas start to struggle. So now we're gonna go mow 2, 3 more. I will leave this to water this whole area all the way around here for about another hour and 20 minutes. Not the most efficient way of watering, but my stuff does look amazing compared to like everything else around the neighborhood, because I obviously water like crazy. Okay guys, here's the next one. That's probably a week of growth, not much at all. Ugh. And we're not supposed to get rain for 10 more days, boss.
Not good.
And it's gonna be 90 degrees this weekend. Ooh, man.
Yeah, it's the heat too.
Yeah. Okay guys, we are done this one. You can see it's dry. So this needs a lot of love. This lawn needs a fungicide, a spray, and another round of fertilizer, but we cannot do that until I see we're gonna have a good couple days of rain. So if I see we're gonna have a tropical system come in the end of next week, and we're gonna have 3 days of rain, I'll have Rachel send everything out, and I'll move mowing to where we can fertilize and do all that, and then it gets wet because nobody waters it anymore. Okay, we're done this one. Look how dry this one is, but it was still long. They're saying now not rain for 10 more days, which would make it not much rain around here for 3 weeks. So we'll put this on for 9 days and see what happens. Look at this pretty garden, guys.
Oh, maybe this one.
We get a lot of our lilies from her. So we're done this one. See, she gave us more lilies over there. Just go throw them in the driveway or in the yard, and they pop up the next year, and then we plant them. Look at that view, guys. Okay, last one done for the day. Now I gotta walk home all the way down to that green sign there. Oh, right there. I could climb up the hill, but... Well, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, be happy, or at least try. Have a good night. Look, there's where a groundhog lives. I don't know if you guys seen the garden from all the way out here. Water, 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 water. When we don't have rain. Even at night, I'm still watering this stuff. You can see the difference. Like when I water it, it like puts on a new yellow tinge to the leaves, all of them. Now when it comes to out here, I do a lot of hand watering. I'll drag the hose down, weed the garden, and do hand watering. Rachel must have been out here getting stuff. What does she want to use? A cucumber, I bet. Let me go get her a cucumber.